Hi and what's up? Thank you so much for clicking on this video because today I am going to be making chicken pilau and it's going to be mwah. It's going to be so delicious. So stay tuned until the end of the video and learn how to make this amazing chicken pilau. Yeah, so to get started, I'm going to start off by telling you about my pilau spices. Over here I have cinnamon sticks, cloves, cardamom pods, cumin seeds, and black peppercorns. This spice mixture is going to give me an awesome pilau. So without further ado, I'm going to move over to the stove top where I've placed a small pan, and then I'm going to add in my spices. This is quite a lot, so I'm going to blend to make a lot of it so that I can store. So I'm going to toast my spices until fragrant. Then I'm going to let them cool down. So as the spices toast, I'm going to be stirring around because I don't want the spices to burn. My intention is to make the spices fragrant. So keep your spatula moving. Make sure nothing is burning. And it's been an amazing 1 minute already. And nothing is burning. I'm using medium flame. And once you notice that there's a popping sound, your spices are well toasted. I'm going to turn this off. This smells so good. It's like we have already made pilau. So I'm going to keep this aside. And I'm going to pick a big pot for my pilau because we're a big family. Then I'm going to add in a little bit of cooking oil. And then on medium flame, I'm going to add in my onions. Then I'm going to stir in my onions. Cook until soft. Then to my onions, I'm going to add a little hint of black pepper. I'll show you the reason why in the next step. Then I'm going to stir in the black pepper so that it can cook together with the onions. So it's been 30 seconds, so I'm going to remove my onions. This is how they're looking. Drain the oil and place the onions in a small bowl. Make sure I have everything. Then I'll keep this aside. I'll keep my onions aside, and because our oil now is flavored with the onion flavor and black pepper, I'm going to add in my chicken carefully. Skin side down. And my last piece. Then I'm going to let the chicken sear first of all on the skin, and then I'm going to flip the chicken. So that will be about 1 to 4 minutes. So you keep checking on your chicken if you're using medium-high flame so that it doesn't burn. While waiting for the chicken to sear, I'm going to be blending my pilau spices because they have already cooled. As you can see, I can handle the spices. So over here I have a grinder. I'm going to fill up the grinder with some pilau spices. You can make it in intervals. If the pilau spices is too much, then I'm going to lock this up. Once done, I'm going to blend. Once done, my pilau spices is ready, and it's homemade. As you can see, this is how it's looking. It is in a very fine texture, although we have a little bit of coarseness, but this is how it's looking. So I'm going to check on my chicken, and as you can see, we have a very nice golden brown color on the bottom side, and the chicken is also flavored from the black pepper. Wow, look at that, guys. I'm going to wait for another 1 to 2 minutes on the other side to sear. I'm using chicken thighs for this recipe. You can use any part of the chicken. You can cook the entire pilau with the whole chicken, so it's what you decide on. For me, I chose chicken thighs because they're usually juicy, so juicy. So next I'll be removing my chicken and placing the chicken in another plate. So the chicken is not yet cooked. We have just seared our chicken. The last one. Next is to add back my onions. And let me tell you something good about using the steps I've used to make my chicken pilau. The oil is going to be flavored with a lot of yumminess, a lot of flavors from the chicken to the black pepper and the onions, and it's going to be just perfect. So because my onions had already cooked, I'm going to brown them a little bit. Stir around until my onions are browning. So when the onions are starting to brown, I'm going to add in my crushed garlic and ginger, and you'll find all the ingredients listed in the description box down below. Stir in the garlic and ginger, and then I'm going to cook until fragrant. I'm loving the aromas right now in the kitchen, so I'm going to give this a minute. When the garlic is ready, next I'm going to be adding back my chicken. Together with the juices, and I'm going to stir in. Give my chicken about a minute just to cook together with the onions and garlic. Next I'm going to be adding 2 Royco cubes. That is optional, you can choose to leave them out. Stir in, and then I'm going to add in my pilau spices. They smell amazing. I'm going to add a heaping tablespoon of our pilau mix. Stir in. Add in my rice. Stir in the rice together with the chicken. Give this a minute to toast our rice. Then I'm going to add in water. Once it comes to a boil, I'm going to taste the seasoning. It's almost perfect, so I'm going to add in 1 stock cube and stir in. Then I'm going to let my chicken cook through. My rice is drying out, so I have foil over here. So this is how it's looking, and as you can see, you can spot the chicken and the gorgeous color on my rice. So I'm going to reduce the flame to low. Then I'm going to cover my pot with my foil, just like that, and place my lid. I'm going to let this simmer for 5 minutes on low, and then my rice will be ready. So see you after 5. After 5 minutes, my rice is ready, and there you go. This is how my rice is looking. So I'm going to use a fork and fluff up my rice, and you can see the rice is looking amazing. See the effect of using good rice when making pilau. It will give you a very awesome pilau. My chicken is also ready because we seared the chicken, so can't complain. So I am going to serve mine in a plate. So my rice has turned out amazing, as you can see, and I'm going to enjoy my dinner because this is my dinner. And I hope you try out this recipe at home. Make for yourself this amazing chicken pilau and you won't regret anything. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you try out this recipe, and catch you on my next one.